What's up, guys? It's the director on another episode of MUT Force and the Trumpetmonkey.
Ha!
We've got some awesome stuff coming down the tube this week.
This just in, director. Philly fans are rioting in the streets again because Big Kep is not on the show. Big Kep is, in fact, leading the rioting. We need to get Big Kep on the show immediately in order for the rioting to stop. It's pandemonium.
Here he is, Big Kep.
It's been a crazy off-season, guys. We're still rioting. We're still climbing greased poles.
Everybody, this just in, director. Tranquility has fallen upon the streets of Philadelphia.
Keppy, how you doing? You surviving the streets of Philadelphia right now, man?
Well, I live in North Carolina, but I'm still Philly at heart. But yes, I survived. I survived the parade. I survived the off season. We're ready to defend our trophy.
Well, welcome to the show, Keppy Monkey. Why don't you give us a rundown of what we can expect today on this episode of MUT Force?
Tonight on MUT Force with Director and Trumpetmonkey, we give you all the information you need to dominate the first weekend league of Madden 19. And we welcome the latest member of MUT Force, Captain America, a.k.a. Big Kep.
Is that real aluminum? Yeah, go to the Home Depot, buy 4, get 1 free. Aluminum, or aluminium as the Australians say. They're our allies! America!
Welcome to MUT Force.
Good to be here. What's going on, Director?
How's it going, Big Kep? Welcome to the show. We brought in an expert for our viewers this week, guys. We wanted you guys to have some of the best intel possible going into your first weekend league in this special Thursday edition of MUT Force. Gentlemen, some saucy information dropping in Madden 19 this week. I'm going to actually throw it over to Keppy for our first part of news here, Kep, if you don't mind. And I don't know if you're up to date on what just dropped today as far as MUT leaks with the brand new thresholds and stuff like that. But let's get into that. The MUT leaks, the new threshes. What do you think of what's going on?
Apparently the new threshold is 91 man, or 90 man is the new 91 zone.
Yeah.
Obviously, this early in MUT, we didn't think we would see cards with those thresholds, but lo and behold, they're pumping out some content. They're pumping out some cards that you can get with some pretty high statistics, pretty high attributes. If it is true, we're going to find out this first weekend league, because people are pumping up their cards, they're juicing up their cards, getting those training points going, and they're really roiding out cards. So we're gonna see what exactly are some thresholds in this weekend league for sure.
Definitely. And just to be clear, well, we use the term loosely when we say the new, that man 90 overall man is the new 91 zone. We literally mean when you're running man defensive plays, okay? What they mean by that is you're going to see your players break on the ball with a really good consistency in a man play, not a zone coverage play, in a man play if they have 90 or more man coverage. And like Keppy said, this is the first hot tip of the show. Don't get left behind, okay? Because right now you can build up a Rod Woodson, the Hall of Fame, Canton-bound content to a 90-man pretty easily with lockdown tier 1 chem. And likewise, the Jare Alexander, the rookie gauntlet that a lot of people have, you can do exactly the same thing. You can buff him up to that 90-man as well. Get a couple lockdown corners.
Even you don't even have to have the full legend Champ Bailey right now. I have just the power-up Champ Bailey, the one you get from doing his solo, which you could get for free by doing his solo.
Yep.
And boosting his points with training points to get him to an 89, I believe. Yep. And his stats with lockdown, I believe I have lockdown tier 2 or 3.
Yep.
And he's got 90 man, 90. I mean, he's very good even without having to, spend the coins on the full legend.
Yeah, and just to let you know, it's 1,600 training points to get that power up to 89, which you should be able to build for somewhere between 100K and 130K. That ballpark for a lockdown corner, trust us, you're going to want to have one in your lineup. Lineup. Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing what they're allowing us to do with power-ups, and it's unbelievable. It really is. It's mind-blowing right now.
Well, to add to what you were talking about just earlier here, Monkey, I want to inform people of what we're talking about as far as being able to get Rod Woodson for a pretty decent price. Now, I came into your stream this morning and explained how it is I was able to get Rod Woodson for anywhere between 60 and 80K. What is that method, and why is it something we would possibly recommend to select viewers here on the channel today?
Okay, so if you got the Hall of Fame, even if you didn't get the Hall of Fame game, straight away when you open up the game, you're given an option of choosing 5 of the different 80 overall Hall of Famers. Okay, I chose Rod Woodson to power up his card to an 85 overall from the 80 to the 85. Takes training points and only around 250, 260 training points. It might be 258. Okay. And it doesn't take that much at all. And then what you need are these Canton-bound NAT 77 goal players. Okay. You need 93 of them. All right. Now the solos and the daily solos will have given you around about 20 of them so far. So you still got to buy about 70. Okay. But there's 8K. So coins for 8,000. Sorry, packs for 8,000 coins in the store, which give you one NAT Canton-bound player for the set to get Woodson up to a 90, and also a bunch of golds and silvers as well, okay? And what we did on the stream was we bought 72 of them. 72 packs. And if you do that, you take all the cards you need for the set, and then you sell all the leftovers, and you can build Woodson. Well, right now, it looks as though Director managed to build Woodson for only 60K. So you get a 90 overall corner for 60K. Super easy. I haven't finished selling all of mine, but it's looking like Woodson's only going to cost me about 80K as well. So hot tip right there. Way to get a really cheap lockdown corner.
Yeah, sell all the excess stuff from those packs. You're looking at the first really beastie corner on your team if you're lacking skill at that position. So definitely an awesome way to get Rod Woodson for excellent prices, guys. Now, we want to drop in some more news that EA themselves actually posted just hours ago on their Twitter. Let's jump over to their Twitter page right here, guys. You'll notice the brand new promo for Thursday limited editions called Primetime Performers.
Right? Kepi, you just touched on it, mate. Like straight away then in the first, technically the first full week after release, right? What are we looking at, man? We've had new updated flashbacks, updated heavyweights, updated veterans, and now on Thursdays we're gonna have these primetime performers. Talk us through it, mate. This looks epic.
If there's one thing we cannot complain about this year so far, it's content. This is absolutely amazing. MUT has probably been, now I came into MUT in 16. This is by far the best content has been at the drop of a game or probably at any point in a Madden or MUT season that I've been a part of in the 3 years I've been a part of MUT. This is amazing.
So, Kep, we were going to show the first card right here. Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt. What does he bring to the table as far as stats and an overall position upgrade at halfback?
Especially with the real player movement, the RPM that everybody is so candidly talking about. And I think everybody's getting used to it the further we go along. And then people are actually enjoying it. Once you get the hang of your stick skills and the way a player moves, every player is based on attributes now. It's not just get the ball in the gut of the running back, hit the turbo button, and off you go. No, you need to be patient. You need to be disciplined. Guys with speed and acceleration and agility are absolutely fun to use in the backfield because it takes stick skill to use these guys.
The David Johnson factor.
You cannot just hold down the turbo button and expect to gain yards, and the player goes everywhere. He's out of control. You must be patient. Do not hit that turbo button until you are in the open field or you're ready to hit a hole, because if you do, you're not going to be able to control a guy like a Kareem Hunt with the speed, acceleration, and agility that he has. The other back that comes to mind is the campaign LaShawn McCoy. Absolutely amazing. But if you're hitting that turbo in the backfield, forget about controlling him. Be patient. Be disciplined. Find a hole. Hit turbo. It's just like any other, if you're a running back, playing yourself, playing in the backyard or playing school ball or whatever, you got to be patient. You don't hit the acceleration right away. You pick and choose your hole, then accelerate. That's exactly how RPM, real player movement, is right now. So if you're getting a speedy, shifty back, make sure you're being disciplined and patient.
You're dead right. And these are the hot tips we said we'd give you for Weekend League. If you manage to get this Kareem Hunt and you're playing with him in Weekend League, hold in the back before you hit that. Get that gap and then hit that right trigger right there. 89 speed, 91 acceleration. He's going to fly. 89 agility. He's going to fly through those gaps right there. You know what I like about this card especially, though, guys, is this is a shifty back, but they went ahead and gave him 84 truck. That's awesome.
Kareem is the kind of running back that in Madden 18, I noticed that because of his size, because he's a heavy dude on top of his speed and trucking and all that. He's a heavy dude. So every single time you'd hit that hole, he'd fall forward for like 4 or 5 yards. So that's a really deadly combo of speed, trucking. What numeral values do you look for, Kep, in a card when you're looking at halfback specifically? What attributes are you looking for better stats on?
Me specifically is definitely, agility. I like a shifty back. I don't, unless you're at the goal line or short yardage situation. A guy like Kareem Hunt, also, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he's a power up card as well. So you power. Yep. There's no telling what his stats could look like after you're done playing with him and juicing him up. This running back is going to be really, really good.
And you
could be 90 speed, guys.
Yeah,
but me personally, it would be agility.
You hit on something pretty important too, as far as what this promo entails. Kralo himself posted that this promo is going to focus specifically on power-up players. So every Thursday evening when they drop, or Thursday morning when they drop these cards, you can expect to see another player get an upgrade as far as their overall for upgrade players, which is stupendously awesome for like people like Patrick Peterson, Kareem Hunt, and the next guy we're about to show right here.
And I know you guys have touched on this in other episodes, but base elites for these guys are going to hold some sort of value probably all year long, because in case, like, if say I want Kareem Hunt and I want him powered up, well, oh crap, I didn't get him the first week, let me go back and like these base elites, these power up base elites are going to hold value.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I'm as one of the investors of the stream here, I actually, as soon as I found out the news about Sherman and Kareem Hunt, I went and bought a couple Shermans. When I found out about the new thresholds, I went and bought Patrick Peterson. So when you hear this kind of news, guys, I would actually go buy like the upgrade players, and then anything that has to do with what people are going to really desire off of the auction house, and hold on to them until they bump up in value. Kareem Hunt, I know, has gone up at least 20-30% already. I bought Richard Sherman for 105K. He's already up to like 130, and he'll probably keep climbing. And then
he's up to 150.
Yeah, 150.
Crazy.
And then I'm sure that Patrick Peterson with the new man threshold news is going to skyrocket that very similar of what happened to Chris Harris last year with the 91 zone thresh. $1 million
while we're doing this.
You're dead right. Keppy's buying while we're filming. I love it. That's a multitasking. That's a Marine right there. Captain America. And guys, Keppy touches on a really good market point, which we have brought up before. And guys, if you're not already following the Madden Ultimate Team Twitter that the director has on the screen right there, make sure you're following it, because literally it takes about half an hour to an hour for that news to filter out across the interwebs, okay? And if you're the first one to see it within a couple of minutes, you can go and buy these cards and invest. Like I said, if you just bought Richard Sherman as soon as this news came out, you just made 50K. Like that, okay? It's a really, really good point. Really, really good point. And Sherman is the next guy. Why don't we have a look at Sherman there, director?
And guys, did you want to add something to that?
Well, be sure to be nice to EA and the MUT page so you're not blocked, so that you can view this content.
Yes, exactly. Hot market tip.
Now moving on to our next card, guys, the other limited edition, which we're going to be getting 2 every week. Richard Sherman, Trumpetmonkey, take it away.
Oh my God, guys! So already the 6'3" right there has got to be setting you off. I mean, it's amazing. 6'3" is amazing. Richard Sherman, and we just spoke about it, is going to be one of those cards that does get regular upgrades throughout the year. He's a fan favorite. He's an EA favorite, right, guys? I mean, like he's probably going to get the most feared upgrade at some point as well, and hopefully he has a good season. But 85 speed, yeah, 88 man. 91 zone, and if you just had tier 2 lockdown, he goes to 93 zone and 90 man, so we're reaching that new man threshold we were talking about there. But 85 speed on a Richard Sherman card, with the game being the pace that it is already, I don't know what you guys think. That's probably the fastest, earliest Sherman card we've seen ever.
What do you think, Kep? Will 85 speed cut it on a head-to-head environment?
Not right now, but he's definitely one of those guys I think right now to look out for as far as zone threshold, man threshold. 80, even at 85 speed, he's always been a zone kind of corner. He's always been a guy that you wanted to put in a hard flat or a cloud flat or a hook curl or something like that. You rarely would ever, unless you're a predominantly man press kind of guy. I mean, his press is nice, but even with the state of the game now, if you're pressing, guys are getting off the line, and you're getting burned over the top by Tyreek Hill, Randy Moss with their speed. So you're going to be careful to man press him, but I still think we're going to see if 91 zone is 91 zone, or if 90 man is 90 man, especially if you're using this Richard Sherman and you're leaving him in a cloud flat or a hard flat, to see how he plays and breaks on the ball with that 91 zone at a stock attribute.
That's it. And I personally run a lot of cover too, guys. So for me, Richard Sherman sitting over there in that baby sky blue zone, I can just count on him to completely lock down one entire side of the field. And again, first weekend league, hot tip, you're not going to see glitchy C routes, guys, or glitchy corner routes terribly much this year because they nerfed them. So you can actually count on a corner to lock down one side of the field in that zone for you.
They're still out there. They're still out there. It still applies. It's still out there. Trust me, it's still out there.
Give me a rundown, Trumpet and Kep, on who your corners are right now and how they're performing with their respective speed and attributes. Just give me like your top one or two, starting with Monkey.
Go ahead, Monkey.
Okay, as you know, we've just put Woody, and he's been great. Rod Woodson, we can actually haven't had a look with the stat buff. We can call it right now. Hot, fresh take from the front lines right here. I know I got Jaray Alexander over there and Rod Woodson, both with over 90 on literally both 90 man and 90 zone. 88 speed for both of them for me. And what I've noticed with that is that when the ball's in the air, the closing distance on the receiver, even if they've got a bit of separation, the closing distance, the corner just gets there and slaps away that ball.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And that's what you want. You want picks as well. But
you got
at the same
two 88 speed guys on the outside. What are you rocking, Kep?
I play on both consoles. Right now my Xbox team is a little bit lesser than my PlayStation's team, my PlayStation squad. I'm at 85 overall on Xbox, 87 on PlayStation. On PlayStation I have the Champ Bailey powered all the way up, which I told you he's phenomenal. He's at like an 89. I have tier 3 lockdown, really good. And then on the other side, I have Patrick Peterson powered all the way up with tier 3 lockdown. Both great corners on the outside. In the slot I have Jair Alexander with lockdown. So if I'm blitzing out of the slot, or if I'm manning up out of the slot to, man up drag routes and such, Jair Alexander does a good job. But my two outside corners with Champ Bailey and Patrick Peterson powered all the way up as high as they can go right now. Amazing corners. Speed, man, zone, press, play rec. They're amazing off the corners.
That's amazing. Yeah, and that's exactly the kind of guys you want on the outside. I myself have now the 90 Rod Woodson and Patrick Peterson powered up all the way too. So I want to test that 90-man threshold theory that's been going around with MUT leaks. And so far, I mean, Patrick Peterson, I think he has like 86 or 87 speed, and I haven't seen him get burnt yet. And then, of course, Rod Woodson is very fast as well. So you want those guys on the outside to have decent speed. Will Richard Sherman, even powered up all the way with 86 speed, be able to contend at that slot? I think so. But as far as containing those, Tyreek Hills and Randy Mosses, you definitely want to have more speed on the outside to contain those guys. So, one of our highlights.
I also have Marcus Peters powered all the way up with his campaign. He's my slot corner. My Jair Alexander is my 4. So I have Patrick Pete all the way up, Champ Bailey all the way up without his legend, and then Marcus Peters powered all the way up.
All right, guys, moving on to one of our premier segments of this episode of MUT Force. We're thinking of you guys, the viewers, and what you're about to endure this weekend in Weekend League. What do they call it now, Monkey? What's the new name for it?
MUT Champions.
MUT Champions, that's right. So MUT Champions is upon us this weekend, and we brought in Big Kep because he's of the mentality of how to get through Weekend League without absolutely blowing your brains out. So, Kepi,
Some of you watching may know Big Kep 13's mentality. Let's just say that. I'm well known in the Twitch community, but especially for rage videos.
Teach us, Sensei. Teach us, Sensei. By the way, Kepi. Right, I want to mock this right here. Wax on, wax off, please. Cut to it. Okay, teach me, Sensei.
Well, let's start off here. Let's get to the basics first. Best plays and playbooks on O and D. Just to name a few of what you like to run with on head-to-head weekend league.
Me personally, I have been for a while now either Cardinals or Packers. I like
on offense or defense?
Offense. Packers or Cardinals offense. I like doubles out of Packers. I like split offset. There's a couple, trips, tight end variations. Cardinals, same thing. Cardinals also have a decent split close. But what you're going to be seeing mostly in this weekend league, and you've already seen it if you're playing MUT, you're going to see Saints. You're going to see Patriots. A lot of Saints and Patriots. You're going to see a lot of it. You might see some Jets. You might see some Cardinals. But I think the majority of people are probably going to be running Saints and Patriots. Saints have what is the kind of like the jumbo, the 3 wide receiver pitch, and still halfback pitch is still out there. And as people are getting used to the real player movement, you're going to start seeing a lot more pitches and tosses and stretches. Defense, I am actually switched up. I was privileged to the beta because I had MCS points. So I was privileged to the beta, and I was messing with New England's defense, which I was running last year because of 3-3-5 odd. Very good formation, can stop the run. There's some blitzes out of it. But one thing Patriots was lacking was dollar. Patriots has big dime, which everybody knows. Big dime, you have linebackers on the line with 1 defensive tackle. Dollar is defensive linemen all across the board, 2 defensive and defensive tackle. Now,
really hot tip.
A lot of playbooks defense-wise, if you're not running a predominantly 3-4 or maybe a 5-2 or a 4-6, you're going to see the Detroit Lions defense. It has everything the Patriots defense has, and I was messing with the Lions defense in the beta. The Lions defense has everything the Patriots defense has, but it has dollar instead of big dime. So if you're a dollar runner, it has dollar with 3-3-5 odd, big nickel over G. It has 3-4. It has 4-3 over and under. It has every formation you can think of that the hot defenses, the hot blitzes that are out there. Detroit Lions playbook you're going to see a lot of. You're going to see Patriots. You're going to see Ravens. You're going to see Jaguars. But my go-to playbooks right now are Packers and Lions offense and defense.
Beautiful. I was actually talking to Monkey about this morning, or I guess late afternoon for you, Monkey. And the Lions defense is actually really nice. There's so many options.
Really good.
Pretty much for
Giants
any
as
scheme.
well. I forgot the Giants.
And the Giants. Okay. So what do you think, Monkey, of the Lions defense? I know you've been rocking it the last day or so.
Loving it.
Yeah.
Loving it. It really does. And look, it's gorgeous, okay? Yeah, that DB Fire 2 is literally my passing down blitz out of Lions and out of dollar. A really, really hot tip from Kepi there, guys, because you know something? And again, like we understand there's going to be different levels of players listening to this, okay, who understand immediately when Kep says a formation, their brain fires and they go, oh yeah, I know exactly what I'm running out of that. But to the uninitiated, what I like about that particular blitz, that formation, so dollar in Lions on defense, DB Fire 2, is that the only adjustment you need to make is using a linebacker and protecting the middle of the field. Deep, the post route, basically, okay, because it's a cover 2. Yeah, but you don't have to make any other adjustments to that. You really don't even need to, you don't need to do any shading. That is just a really nice passing down blitz that will get a lot of pressure. And what I love about it is it's 2 defensive backs coming from basically the nickel, okay, on either side of the defensive line. And you know what that's great for? That's great for all those pesky Michael Vicks you're seeing in the game right now as well. Because a lot of dudes like to do a play-action bootleg where they roll one way with Vic. Well, guess what? No matter which way he rolls, nickel blitz, a corner, coming up in his grill, ready to give him a good old Glasgow kiss, a nice headbutt.
Beautiful.
So that's why I like that one.
It's a great play to play out on like a 3rd and long or a 4th and long because it's only going to give them a couple of seconds to get the ball out of their hands. Now, one thing you're going to see in Weekend League a lot, and I mean a lot because it's the Wild West out there of head-to-head, you're going to see a lot of these cheesy plays that I would say 75% of the community does not know how to stop. Kep, what are some of these plays that we have to look out for? I mean, we've already seen like the fake wheel, the drags and stuff like that, and as well as blitzes. What do we have to look out for on Weekend League, and how do we stop it as a community?
Yes. A lot of these blitzes are the same as Madden 18. It's a lot of edge pressure. It's a lot of looping pressure. There's contained blitzes. You have to be smart. You have to recognize. You can tell where a blitz is coming from, especially if they're spamming it. If they're running it over and over, you can tell where a blitz is coming from. A lot of blitzes can be picked up with max protect, sliding the opposite way, blocking your running back, shifting the running back to the opposite side of you. A lot of guys right now are running like the DB Fire Blitz or the Crossfire at $1.
Yep.
Max protect, slide one way, ID the mic, and you're going to have to make a quick read, no doubt about it, because even if you pick it up, block sheds are crazy right now with these juiced up players with astronomical attributes, with the chems and whatnot. So definitely key in on your opponent's tendencies. You're going to run into opponents that are just going to spam the same blitz over and over. There is a way to block everything. Don't get frustrated. Find a way to beat it. Don't get bitter. Get better. There is a way to block it. Most of them can be blocked by max protecting and blocking your running back, sliding the opposite way of the blitz, blocking your running back, making him shift to the other side of the quarterback. There is a way to block everything. Short, quick, intermediate routes. If you're a guy that looks for long developing routes, chances are if somebody's spamming a looping blitz or an edge pressure blitz, you're not going to have the time to let those routes develop. Figure out a way to beat somebody get them out of their blitz. Essentially, get them out of their blitz, run the ball, but get them out of their blitz. Now, that's the defensive side. With the offensive side, a lot of play action, a lot of deep crossing routes, man beaters, cover 3 beaters, cover 4 beaters. Always, 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 always user the wide side of the field. Take away the corner route. Take away the C route. Take away the post. You want to user from the outside in, because they're always going to look for that intermediate out route or that intermediate corner route. Look for that first. Take that away, then shoot back to the middle of the field. Guard that deep post. Guard the bomb over the top. Everything can be guarded, guys. You just got to be smart. You've got to stay disciplined, stay patient. Don't get frustrated because I know I just said that. I just said don't get frustrated. It is possible. It is possible. Play within yourself. Don't play to your opponent. Play to yourself.
So a really big point that something that is frustrating a lot of newer Madden players and stuff like that. Not everybody knows how to make these adjustments, Kep, and you're probably the best guy to ask for this. And I know it's very, very basic stuff. You can find, how to make adjustments on YouTube, but very, very simple, very, very basic stuff. How do you how do you do your audibles? How do you make your adjustments, especially if like a blitz is coming at you and stuff like that?
Trust me, get into practice mode and let it become muscle memory, because once you are able to do, and Monkey, I tried to tell Monkey this the other day while he was streaming. He's like, Kepi, I don't, my fingers aren't quick enough. I can't do it. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of muscle memory. I mean, I can get 8, 9, 10 adjustments before they snap the ball. Why baseline? Why your coverage audibles? Right bumper twice for your linebackers. Left bumper twice for your DNs. Right, left on the right stick to spy. Up on the right stick to contain. It's crazy, but I'm telling you, get into practice mode. And practice it, because while you're making adjustments in practice mode now, the computer does not snap the ball. So you no longer need 2 controllers to get in practice mode. While you're making adjustments, the computer will not snap the ball until there's like a second and a half of no adjustments, and then the computer will snap the ball. Yeah. So get into practice mode and practice your individual adjustments, because I'm telling you right now that you cannot come out against a very good player and run stock defense with no adjustments. Really good players will come out in a cover 3, but at the end of the play, it's not a cover 3. They'll come out in a cover 2. By the end of the play, by the time you snap the ball, it's not a cover 2. So you have no idea what they're in because they're making so many adjustments before you snap the ball.
And a big tip right here, guys, too, and this is something I was guilty of maybe in Madden 25, you start learning how to do quick adjustments. A lot of people like to rotate between players and make their adjustments that way. Learn what it takes to get the quick adjustments out. Like Kep was saying, the double Y, the double bumper. Like, that is a much better way to get your audibles in than rotating to each player individually. And if you can master the mentality of going to quick adjustments instead, it'll help you out a lot when you're adjusting against whatever your opponent is bringing at you, all right? All right, so next segment here, we want to know, and this is a big thing I know a lot of people are probably wondering about, Kepi. How do you get into a mental state of mind in order to attack Weekend League? Because this is something that I'm sure Trumpetmonkey struggles with, I struggle with tremendously, is not getting frustrated to the point of breaking something in the room because someone ran a cheesy play or you can't figure out how to stop a certain defense. How does the mentality and locking that down affect Weekend League wins and percentages?
And in particular as well, we need a recommendation, Kepi. How many Weekend League games in a row do you play before you take a break as well? If we can attach that to the end of that question as well, the mental state of mind and how many in a row, Kepi?
I would when you first start Weekend League, if you're a good player, the first 7 or 8 are pretty easy. After you get to that 7-0, 8-0, 9-0. They start getting pretty hot and heavy and pretty sweaty with who they match you up with.
Yes, sir.
So I would say 7 or 8 at the max. Before you take a little break, maybe you have to. These guys that are out there that'll play, that'll wait till the end of the weekend and play 25 games is absolutely nuts. They must have medication to get through 25 games within a night because I don't know how they do it. With that said, now this year Weekend League will start on Thursday every week. So it's not you're not trying to get in 25 games from Friday to Monday morning. Because let's be honest, a lot of Madden's players are in that age group of, you're older, you might have a relationship, you might have children, you might have something, let's be honest, people have stuff to do. So getting 25 games in from a Friday evening or Friday morning into a Monday morning is hard when it's just the weekend. Now you can start on a Thursday afternoon and play a lot of your games before the weekend even starts, and then you don't have to worry about playing an inordinate amount of games before Monday morning. If you have to go to work, then you're stuck. You're not playing anything Monday morning.
Exactly.
But I would say probably 7 or 8 at the most. Me, that's probably after last year and how, I know this is shocking, but I would get angry.
Oh, what are you talking about?
So and weekend league is a battle. People want those coins. People want those rewards. People want to see their name on that leaderboard. So they are going, and I talk about this a lot on stream. These guys are playing like their lives depend on it, like they're playing for $1 million. That's how we all are. All of us as Madden players, whether little boy or a man, you don't want to lose. So people are going to play like they don't want to lose. And as much as I say it, I don't mean it. Like, I know I want to win, so I know the player I'm playing wants to win. So win at all costs, and that's how Weekend League is going to go for 98% of these people.
Now,
it's cutthroat.
To add to that too, and this is something that everybody gets mad, dudes. On Madden specifically, we're all of the jock asshole personality somewhere inside. If you enjoy football, you're gonna get angry, you're gonna get frustrated because we're all very competitive. All right, it's okay to get mad. All right, it's how you handle being angry that's going to dictate your success in Weekend League. All right.
In light of recent events, be careful what you say on Twitch, though. If you're streaming, your channel will get banned.
Yeah, especially if you're a streamer. Is that right, Trumpetmonkey? But what I'm saying here is, if you find yourself getting a royal butt whooping on Weekend League, all right, don't get mad. Get even. That is when I dictate when I take a break on Weekend League. If I lose and I'm frustrated, I go out of Weekend League and get my butt into the lab and figure out how to stop whatever it is he was running. So that's the mentality I feel like you guys really need to embrace. I mean, not everyone is of the same mindset, so maybe you don't need that. Maybe just go into the next game and stuff like that. But figure out what it is your weaknesses are, because it's all a learning opportunity from there on out. Use your anger to your advantage.
Getting back to the plays, you're going to see a lot of that flanker screen wheel, what everybody's running right now, where there's a bubble, there's a screen, and then there's an out and up, and then the streak down the middle of the field. Please find a way to stop that. I know there's videos out there, but try and find your own way to that play. You're going to see a lot of that play this week. I guarantee it. You're going to see it. Get in the lab and figure out how to stop it.
Absolutely, and the hottest tip, the absolute hottest tip right there: don't be in cover 4 ever. Yeah, that's it. Unless you're going to click the protect the sticks. Okay.
Protect the sticks is the one big way to stop it right now, but it leaves the majority of your field vulnerable if you do that. So just make sure you lab it, make sure you play some head-to-head so you know what you're up against before getting into it.
Absolutely. And a couple of other kind of hot tips right now. A lot of people are struggling, guys, scoring first and goal, second and goal, third and goal. So inside the 10-yard line. Here's a real hot tip that we've noticed straight away from the first week or two of head-to-head play, okay? Quick slants. You got a nice wide receiver on either end there, okay? Either side of the field. Even if literally you were to go for a heavy set and all you had was X and Y, your two wide receivers. Quick slants are getting a lot of separation. Be really careful though, okay? Be really careful, because if they're in man down there and we got this new man 90 overall threshold, okay? 90 man plus is going to break on that ball. Be really careful. If they're running zones down there though, have a look at that. The quick slants, so we're catching and passing immediately, is actually scoring a hell of a lot of touchdowns for me on the goal line, both against me and for me. I'm seeing it both ways. That's a really, really hot tip.
Monkey, I'm of the same exact opinion. I've been running quick slants a lot, inside the 5, but the big key that I've noticed for success in getting the quick slants to actually come open, you want to look at the personnel you have. You want to look at which wide receivers are coming off that line. For instance, Tyreek Hill, he's super fast, right? He's not as effective for me inside the 5. If I know I'm going to go to a quick slant, I'm looking for someone like Antonio Brown. He's not as fast, but I know he's going to get off his block sooner, and I know he's going to hold onto the ball. A better chance of him holding onto the ball once it reaches him. So, yeah, dude, quick slants. That's great. That's I was hoping
you guys can go with the little shifty, quick guys. I'm very close to the vest when it comes to plays that I know or that I've found, or somebody that I play with has found. Your tall guys, high ball is back. Okay,
yes,
it is.
High ball is
definitely
back. In routes, deep in the back of the end zone with a high ball. That's all I'm going to say. Get in the lab, figure it out. In routes, deep in the back of the end zone with Randy Moss, Mike Evans, AJ Green. Some tall tight ends, Jimmy Graham. Run a drag, take the user away, look for the deep in route in the back of the end zone, high ball, bam, touchdown.
Yep, just exposed my Madden 18 touchdown play. That's exactly what I would do with Megatron and Carmichael. That was the touchdown play inside the 5.
Boom, and just tell them to folks at home.
When in doubt, inside the 5, run a draw.
Exactly. Draw plays still work inside the 5 as well, but guys, they've made high pointing the ball even easier this year. There's no left stick involved. You just got to hold left bumper. That's it. That's all you got to do.
L1
hold left bumper,
guys. Beautiful. Well, Kep, is there anything you would like to add as far as being prepared going into Weekend League?
Yes, I brought back a very, very popular emote of mine. I am a partner streamer on Twitch. I am a partnered streamer on Twitch at big_Kep13 on Twitch, twitch.tv/
the details for Kep's
KEP13
will be down there below.
I brought back a popular emote. It is the Weekend League crucifix. The emote in the chat. It is the Weekend League crucifix. Grab your Weekend League crucifix and pray to the Madden gods that the Weekend League demons do not touch you in any way, shape, or form.
This just in, Director and Captain America, Kepi, this just in, we have some actual footage of a possessed Weekend League player right now. We're cutting to a live feed from the Exorcist. If we can get that in there, thank you very much. Okay, don't let this be you.
And that was just after 2 games of Weekend League. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you guys got to make sure you get them holy water, spread it out around your gaming room.
That was an overtime loss right there. Your second game of weekend league.
Now to wrap
it's
up
late on Thursday.
Now to wrap up this episode of MUT Force, we do have a couple more pieces of news that I'd like Trumpetmonkey to go over. Trumpet, why don't you tell us a little bit about the weekly content that we've been seeing in Madden as far as, flashbacks, heavyweights, and then the rumor mill's been going around about an additional card that we might be seeing in the very near future. Take it away.
Well, as we've already seen this week, guys, on Monday, we got a new batch of updated flashback players. Tuesday, an updated batch of heavyweights. Wednesday, veterans. We've now got these primetime performers, which is like the Thursday night players from last year. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 days of the week, new content. The rumor is that we might see that level of update every single week throughout the year. And we've seen the released, the leaked names of all the players that they have in the game this year. So there's so much cannon fodder. There's so many potential players for the likes of a veteran or in particular a flashback who might not even be in the league anymore, guys. Okay, that we might see throughout the year. So that's rumor number one. And well, the fact is we saw a daily update every day this week so far. Okay, we're hoping that we see that every single week for the entirety of Madden 19. If they can do that, our minds will be collectively blown, okay? And then the huge rumor mill out there, okay? And we can't take credit for this potentially piece of epic news, okay? It could still be fake news, but it makes a lot of sense, is that each and every week, every Tuesday, we're going to see a potential, this is not confirmed, potentially every Tuesday, we're going to see a new rookie premier card, like the Saquon Barkley that came out. So there's 10 rookie premier players in the game, guys, okay? That have dynamic cards that upgrade. We're hearing that potentially every Tuesday you could see a new one. I mean, if that happens, guys, that is absolutely bonkers. But it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, EA has certainly stepped up their game as far as content, so that does make a lot of sense. I would suspect maybe we get one of those rookie premieres once a month, but the rumor is once a week. That would be insane. 10 weeks away from every single upgrade. Holy crap.
Speculative at the moment, but oh my god! I mean,
who's the rookie premier that's rumored to be coming out next?
Chubb at right end, the trait god. I mean, if we end up with an 88 or an 89 free right end next week, wow! I'm telling you now, that's gonna be insane.
The content has been ridiculous, and here we are. We're in the preseason, so soon there's going to be team of the week on top of all that as well.
Right.
This content, I can't say it enough. And I'm not a content guy. I'm a gameplay guy. I'm a competitive player. I'm a gameplay guy. I want the game to play good. But I'll tell you what, they're gonna quiet some folks if the content is good. And right now the content is fantastic.
Possibly the best MUT we have ever seen as far as content, if they keep it up. If this weekly content, this cornucopia of cards that come out, if this remains a constant, this is definitely the best MUT program we have ever seen. So amazing.
Okay, so guys, any of you competitive guys out there that may be watching this video, and I hope you are, because Director and Trumpetmonkey are doing good things. The competitive scene, right? Season 1, there's no online qualifying. There's no online qualifying for Season 1. You have to go to challengers. Virginia, Jacksonville, Virginia's Dulles, Virginia, Jacksonville, Florida, Texas, and then Vegas. Those are the 4 challengers. That's how they're rounding out the first live event for Season 1. But right now, you can be qualifying online for Club Series, which is going to be the ladders will be for salary cap as well as weekend league, so you can qualify through both.
Nice.
All you have to do is have a MUT Rewards account, sign into your MUT Rewards account, sign up for Club Series, and then pick the team that you want to represent. It could be whoever's closest to you. It could be your favorite team. Hopefully it's your favorite team, because EA, it's all expenses paid to and from the event if you make a live event. So be sure to go if you want to be a part of the competitive scene and get into competitive Madden. Competitive Madden is very good players. Test your skill level. Sign into MUT Rewards. Sign up for the team that you want to represent and possibly be at a live event for a Madden tourney. And in my opinion, there's no better atmosphere than a Madden live event. A Madden live event tournament is unbelievable. That you're around you're around like-minded people. Hopefully they shower. Doesn't happen that often, but a Madden tournament, there's no other atmosphere like it, whether it be a challenger or an EA sanctioned event or just a regular tournament in general at your local GameStop or whatever. Get into competitive Madden. Madden is a very, very good game, very competitive game. Get into the competitive scene if you think you're good enough, test your skills. But again, Madden rewards, MUT rewards, and represent your favorite team.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
And if any of our viewers or listeners happen to make it into the competition, please let us know here on YouTube. We would love to have you on the show at some point. If you're comfortable with being on camera, we would love to have you guys in here if you're representing a certain club. That would be absolutely stupendous. Anything else to add, guys, before we close out?
I love you guys.
Ditto.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, a beautiful episode of MUT Force today. Thank you so much, Big Kep, our guest today, giving us some insight on weekend league games. He's showing the Eagles' pride there, guys. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, if you guys want to see more of our content, Big Kep is a very frequent streamer, as well as Trumpetmonkey and myself. All links will be provided in the description below. Hit us up on Twitter as well to get more updates of content release and just general interaction, possibly some giveaways as well, dudes. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, guys. Be sure to hit us up with a sub and like. Continue to support the show. Beautiful progress as far as growth in the last month, guys. We cannot thank you enough. And we're hoping big things are yet to come.
This just in, Director. This just in. You may have noticed in the background the exhibition game being played. The Raiders are beating the Eagles. Mic drop. End show. I'm done. Get me one of those little cocktails with the little umbrella in it out of the coconut. We won. The Raiders are the best in the universe. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Monkey definitely prefers fantasy over reality.
Well, it's not over yet. They can still go into overtime. I'm going to show you guys the score at the end of this video. But again, guys, this is the director, Trumpetmonkey, and Big Kep. Thanks again for joining us today, guys, and stay frosty. And it's over!
No! I have a dream.
The Eagles win it in double overtime. Dudes, we were literally sitting here for like half an hour watching to see how this game would end. What a ridiculous thing this was.